Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special edition here of the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd, along with Jack Hasbrook, and once again, we're having all kinds of internet troubles here. We are inside the gym at Union City as the Beavers have come down to another assembly match, Jack, as we get going in our Box It and Lock It pregame show here and try to get as much coverage. We'll probably have to upload this later and get it back on the internet, but here we go. First duel of the year, Beavers taking on the Bears. The Route 6 rivalry is alive and well.
Yes, sir. And it's another assembly match. Last year, they were in Corry and assembly match there. And now we're here, Union City, for their assembly match.
So let's get right into it, Jack. I did a little work this afternoon, and we'll get into our Box It and Lock It pregame show here. Our Snap Fitness Steps to Success. Number one, it's go time. Practice is over. The summer training is over. Here's the first duel of the year, and let's see what the Beavers can do here in the opening match.
Yeah, time to, as they say, put pen to paper, you know. It's now or never. You got to come out, start the season off strong.
All right, our second step is wrestle Beaver style. It's all about being smart, know where you're at on the mat, know where you're at on the clock, know where you're at with the score, you know, wrestle like a Beaver.
Yeah, absolutely. And along with being smart, you know, be the aggressor, press the issue, make your moves, don't give the other guy anything.
And the third step to success is, I kind of micromanaged it a little bit here, finish your shots. It's a pet peeve of a lot of coaches in the area. When you're going to do a shot, finish it. Drive in, hit it hard, drive through the two-leg, the double-leg takedown, or the single-leg, pick it up high in the air. But just don't stay down on one knee when you make a shot. Drive through that shot and hit it hard. Yeah,
commit to your moves, you know. You see it in other sports, too. If you're in basketball and you start to go up for a shot and then you decide, no, I'm not going to do that, a lot of times it leads to a turnover. If you're a football quarterback and you think you're going to throw it to somebody and then you decide to pull back, you're probably getting sacked, you know. It's the same kind of principle here. You've got to, if you want to make a move, you've got to commit to it. You can't just stop halfway and hope the other guy doesn't make any kind of reaction.
So those are our three steps to success, again brought to us by Snap Fitness of Corry. And a fun atmosphere here. Is the first time we've been in Union City for the assembly match, but it's great to be here. Aside from all of the internet issues, but great to be here. And we'll get right into our Spotlight Wrestler of the Night. I'm going with senior leadership on the team this year. Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Player of the Game is going to be Stephen Willis.
Yeah, they'll be looking for a big night or a big match from him.
Coming in at 132. And we'll see. I see the roster here for Union City, and they got some holes to fill here. So we'll have to see what they can do there. But watch out for Stephen Willis in his senior season, taking on the captain's role and helping out with the Beavers on to victory here today, hopefully.
Yeah, or just eyeballing it here. Union City's team definitely looks a bit smaller. How many holes do they seemingly have there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They weighed in 11 guys, and they have 1, 2, 3 guys that are at the same weight class. So they might be able to bump a few guys around, but you're probably looking at about 3 or 4 forfeits on the night. And, you know, you're talking 3 or 4, so you're talking 18 to 24 points. That's a lot of points to give up and try to get a victory in a dual meet.
Yeah, that's mighty tough. You're gonna not only have to win, you're gonna have to win in extra points with pins specifically to counteract those forfeits.
So at least we have some internet that hopefully we'll be able to keep the scoreboard up and going. Don't always expect me to be able to have the clock rolling on that scoreboard, but we'll do our best to do what we can with it. And we should be able to at least get this video uploaded later on and get it up to the internet. As boy, it's always a fun atmosphere here in the assembly match. As we're up in the press box here, and the stands are full of Bears hungry for a victory. Yeah,
big fan of the assembly match. Although, you know, a little bit of rough weather getting here, but the actual environment in the gym is always great. Just nice to see students around. You got some parents that made the trip over on the other side. you know, Beaver Nation always travels well, especially when the competition is just 15 minutes down the road. So, yeah, should be a good one.
I did get it out. I thought I left my clipboard somewhere, but here it is. So they're still getting things settled here as we are awaiting the opening match. Also, we're waiting for the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups, and I believe we'll probably either do the pledge or the national anthem, brought to us by Gladiator Law Firm. And I hear, rumored, middle school's going to wrestle after the varsity duel.
Yeah, sure looks like it.
So we'll see what we can do to stay here and get a lineup for that. And maybe a little special treat here. I see a trumpet player in behind the Union City bench over here.
Oh.
Maybe he's going to be playing the national anthem. So
yeah.
We'll have to see what goes on here. But he's definitely getting his horn warmed up in behind the Union City bench as Union City will circle it up in the middle. And we're just about ready to get to finish up the ceremonial pregame stuff. Get things going here. I know Union City is green, but on the scoreboard they will be referred to as the red team, and the Beavers will be the green team. We'll see if that holds true, but that's the way they have the mat set up on the floor there, just inside the U and the C there. You can see the green block and the red block as I'm getting a little word from Scott as to what to do to try to fix our issue, but I will give it a try.
All right, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. PIAA requires all registered sports officials to enforce the sportsmanship rules for coaches and contestants.
So I don't know what it's going to do to our broadcast here, Jack, but we'll give it a try.
Spectators and officials are not in the highest ideals of interscholastic education
So he said,
and will not be tolerated. Let today's contest reflect the mutual respect of all participants.
Yes.
Welcome to the Bears Den. For today's afternoon duel, we remind you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that the lessons are best learned when the proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show during this duel. At this time, please rise for the playing of the national anthem by Mr. Fulton, and please remove your hats.
Well, there you have it, Jack. National anthem taken care of. Nicely played there by the trumpet player.
Yeah, nice little trumpet rendition. Big fan. And he did that all on his own, too.
Yeah, no music, sheet of music in front of him, so a nice rendition there. And so we are going to have the J. Gill Heating and Plumbing starting lineups now.
Once again, thank you guys all for coming out today. We'd like everybody for braving the bad roads coming over. We'd also like to thank our official today. Our official for today's duel is Mr. Dan Mulligan. Thank you, Mr. Dan
Yes,
Mulligan.
Dan Mulligan, official here today. Longtime PIAA official. Been in the wrestling community for many, many, many years.
Okay, starting out today for today's lineup for Union City, we have at 107, Brooks Mitchell.
Brooks Mitchell at 107.
For Corey, Skylar Hayes.
Skylar Hayes for the
Also
Beavers.
for Corey, Landon Van Tassel at 107.
Or Landon Van Tassel.
At 114 for Union City, we have David Dominguez Ashton or Van
At
Ward.
115, David Dominguez
For
Haskin
Union
or
City, we
Van
have no
Ward.
entry.
And for the Beavers, no entry at 114.
At 121 for Union City, Carmen Blystone.
121, Carmen Blystone. And for the
Corey,
Beavers,
we
no
have
entry.
Landon Walliser. Sorry, these sheets are kind of all over. At 133 for Union City, Aviana McElroy.
Well, they skipped 127. You got Stephen Willis or Landon Walliser there. At 133, Avena McElroy.
I think he said Aviana down there.
Aviana.
Yeah.
Okay.
At 139 for Union City,
139, Joshua Mitchum. And for the Beavers, it could be Caden Doubt or Xavier Woods.
At 139 for Corey, Caden Doubt.
Or that's Caden Kraza.
I apologize. At 133, we had 4 entries for Corey. Owen Anderson, Braxton Hayes, Caden Kraza, and Devin Way. And Logan Willis. So 5 entries.
5 entries at one weight. How do you like that?
Yeah, some heavy
At
weights there.
Wait.
Yeah, you got 145 next.
Union City, no entry.
Aiden Beckerink and Jeremiah Johnson and Marcus Meredith and Parker Savitz. So a lot of entries there.
At 152 for Union City, we have
152,
JJ Jansen.
Jared Jansen or Lorelei Wegmiller.
For Corey, Cooper, Hodak, or Ashton Woods.
Cooper Hodak going 152 or Ashton Woods.
Also for Corey at 145, we had Aiden Beckerink, Jeremiah Johnson, and Marcus Meredith, and Parker Savitz.
Well, Jack, I do see a lightweight warming up for the Beavers in behind the bench, so it looks like we might be starting at 106.
Got 3 sheets to try to read from. At 160 for Union City,
160,
we have
Braylon Blakesley or Lorelei Wegmiller.
For Corey,
160 for the Beavers is Lamech Albers,
Lamech Albers,
Devin
or
Mirsky.
Devin Mirsky. At 172.
double
for
forfeit at
Union City,
172.
We also have Braylon Blakesley or Lorelei Wegmiller.
Boy, Jack, there's a lot of holes on both lineups here today.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of double, triple, quadruple, 5-player entries, and
Oh, we're up to weight class 189. Zachary Tomshow for the Bears. And for the Beavers, it's going to be Landon Nickerson.
Nickerson for Corey.
And that'll push it up to 215. For the Bears, it's going to be Hunter Michael.
Hunter Michael.
And for the Beavers, it should be Brody Nickerson.
At 215 for Corey, Brody Nickerson.
And then at heavyweight, 285, no entry for the Bears, and Owen Nickerson for the Beavers.
For Union City, we have no entry. And at heavyweight for Corey, Owen Nickerson.
Well, let's get into match
All right,
number
guys,
1.
that's good, fun, clean wrestling.
So it should be at match 106. And for the Beavers, I believe it'll be Skylar Hayes.
Captain's out in the middle of the mat there. Doing Dewey's favorite coin toss.
It's kind of a moot point if you ask me.
You love it. It's your favorite.
And for Union City, I believe it's going to be Brooks Mitchum. Well, at least I have the spelling right for the wrestlers here. So I'm taking a stab at it here. Match number 1, Fox Family Insurance opening match.
Starting up for Union City at 107, Brooks Mitchum.
So here we go, opening match. Mitchum going up against Skylar Hayes, I believe. And we're underway. Mitchum with the underhooks in, trying to work it into a single leg. Good tight up there with Hayes. Down to one knee, pops right back up again, working with an underhook of his own. Pushing forward. Trying to get wrist control there and work it into something as he has both wrists. Tried to duck underneath that and go to a shot, but goes in with the underhook now. And Mitchum tried to drop him to the mat, and he just fell on top of him. As Hayes will get the 3-point takedown.
Good start there.
Continuing to work on top there, getting some near fall points. I believe that was 4 near fall points, so he's out in front 7-0 now. Still working with that tight gut and wrist control underneath. 50 seconds to go here in period number 1. Puts a half in on the near side. You need to tee off on that and run that. Mitchum does a good job of defending. Hayes with that half still worked in. Trying to get him flattened out. Now he'll go for a far side cradle. 30 seconds to go here in the first. Mitchum locks onto a leg there. Hayes goes right back to that far side cradle. He does have it locked up. He rolls him on top of himself. Can't get the exposure he's looking for. Now he'll go with trying to get on a leg right here. 10 seconds to go. Hayes in trouble here a little bit, trying to don't give up that reversal. And the period comes to a close with Hayes out in front, 7-0. Mitchum with choice. Or I'm sorry, Hayes with choice.
Good first period there for Hayes, you know.
Yeah.
Came out aggressive and got 7 points for it.
I'm going to switch it up. They did switch it back to Corey being the red anklet and Union City being the green anklet. So let me get that corrected. As Mitchum is chose down to start period number 2.
Always nice when the color coordination works out.
That makes it easier on the official.
Yeah.
So Hayes covers on top. Nearly got him rolled over there, right off the whistle. And back to work with a leg worked in. Mitchum doing a good job of defending, back up in his referee's position there, trying to get wrist control there. As Hayes goes for that far side cradle again. And looking like he might have it locked up a little bit better this time. Minute 30 to go here in the second. Opening match here. Rolls them over and they go out of bounds. Minute 21 to go here in the second. Right up to a stand-up goes Mitchum off the whistle. And we have a potentially dangerous move there. Official stops it. No change in possession. A minute 15 to go here in the second. Hayes covers on top. Mitchum up to his feet momentarily. Good pressure forward by Hayes, keeping him down onto the mat. Has those arms bundled together. He rolls all the way through. You don't get any points for a pass by. Now he tries to bundle that arm on again and lock up that cradle. Gets him rolled over and rolls all the way through. We have a stoppage. And I believe we're going to have a locking hands violation. It's going to be 1 point for Mitchum. Full Nelson is the call. That'll make it 7-1. No change in possession. As Hayes had kind of a funky hold there. Right back to action here. 45 seconds to go here in the second. Has the arm bundled together. Now he'll switch. Continue to work both sides. Trying to get his opponent, Mitchum, flat on his back on the mat. Has that arm turned over a little bit there, trying to get him flipped. 25 seconds to go in the second. Still working on top here. Mitchum doing a fine job of staying off of getting his back exposed. No near fall points in this
nice
period.
Defense
so
there.
Great work by Mitchum.
Yeah, some real nice defense there. There have been a few moments where he's been dangerously close, but he's fought off it.
Hayes continued to work on top here. He's rode the whole second period out, and he'll have choice here going into the third. And I believe he has chosen neutral here. As we get going. In the opening match here of the first period, or the first night. And we are going to go with J.H. Napa Auto Parts as a sponsor here. As Hayes will get another nice little takedown there, 3 points, and gets the Bracken Funeral Home pin. 1:37 to go of the third.
So there we go. Starting the year off with a pin.
And we'll move up to bout number 2.
At 114, David Dominguez Ashton for Union City.
And a forfeit at 114 will get Union City on the board. And that will even it up at 6 apiece, Jack. As we move up to bout 3. Should be weight class 121.
At 121, we have Carmen Blystone for Corry, no entry.
Another forfeit there for the Beavers.
Two head coaches getting together here, discussing something real quick. I believe this is Carmen Blystone. But another forfeit for the Beavers. And Union City has their first lead of the day. As they move up to match number 4. It should be
For
one.
Union City at 127, we have no entry. For Corry at 127, Landon Walliser.
Walliser entry for the Beavers at 127. And no entry by the Bears. And we have a tie match now at 12 apiece.
At 133,
Forfeits left and right.
Union City, Aviana McElroy.
As they move up to bout
For
5.
Corry, Stephen Willis.
And we will have Stephen Willis taking on Aviana McElroy. Give me just a second here, and I will get these put in.
Looks like McElroy's got a little brace or something on her hand.
Well, we got it all set here. About weight class 133. Stephen Willis, our Corry Higher Ed Spotlight Wrestler of the Day. As we're ready to get things going here. Just second match wrestled. And right off the whistle, Willis moving forward. Swiping at a leg, nothing there. McElroy doing a good job of defending, but Willis is going to get in behind here and get the three-point takedown. Bundles the arm in with a 2-on-1 underneath and goes right with that arm bar on the near side. Willis out in front, 3-0. He'll get a half in on the far side. Still with that arm bar on the near side, stacks her up. And he'll get 4 near fall points, and it is quickly 7-0 for Willis. Back up to their feet, she'll get the 1 point for the escape. Makes it 7-1. Willis with another 3-point takedown there, right back with that arm bar in. Makes it 10-1. And it's over at 52 seconds to go in the first as Willis gets the Bracken Funeral Home pin.
At 139 for Union City, Joshua Mitchum. At 139 for Corry, Owen Anderson.
Got Owen Anderson versus Joshua Mitchum coming up. Flying right along, Dewey.
Yeah, my typing skills aren't the greatest.
You've had, what, 2 pins and 3 forfeits?
Yeah.
Just zooming along.
Jack, I'll have to take the action here for just a second.
Well, starting with the tie-up, Mitchum's got a leg. Looking for the takedown and out of bounds. And it looks like they gave it to him. So Mitchum's up 3-0. Anderson up to his feet and the escape. 3-1. Back into a tie.
Oh, Owen Anderson as we have a 3-1 lead here for the Bear.
Both break loose. Back to neutral.
Coming up on a minute to go in this first period.
Got some hand fighting and do a tie.
Both guys working hard here in the middle. The center of the ring, also known as the Munns Merch center of the mat. And they're going to go out of bounds just before Mitchum could get that takedown. He had the underhooks worked in there. As we go back to work here, 44 seconds to go here in the first, and now we're going to have injury time. An inadvertent poke in the eye there on Mitchum. And we get a quick recovery there, right back to action. Mitchum working with that 2-on-1 on an arm drag. Does a good job of getting out of it there. Does Anderson. Anderson down on the mat. Got to work back up to your feet here. Sitting down on the mat, it's so easy to get that corner and get an easy takedown, but Mitchum unable to do anything with it. 14 seconds to go here in the first. About 6 of 13, so just about halfway through here, Jack. And this first period looks like it's going to come to a close with Mitchum out in front, 3-1. So we'll head into the second period. Mitchum will go down as Anderson will cover on top. See what Anderson can do from the top position. looking to get a leg worked in. Mitchum blocking well, not allowing that leg to get in. And he's going to capture the leg and pass it over. As Anderson a little out of position. Now he's going to turn into him, try and whiz her out of it. But Mitchum is going to get the relevant church reversal and push the lead to 5-1. Minute 30 to go here in the second.
Anderson back up to his feet.
Working on wrist control. Nice 2-on-1 there. We'll put him right back down onto the mat. Staying with that 2-on-1, trying to keep him turned over, but no near fall points being awarded, as Anderson did a wonderful job to stay off of his back there. Coming up on a minute left to go here in the second. Looking for a sit and switch there, not able to get it. Mitchum powers him back down onto his belly. Close to the out of bounds. Mitchum with just 1 foot in. Back up to his feet, real close to the out of bounds, and there they do go out of bounds. Not a bad move there by Mitchum as he won't lose control, but back to the center of the mat as Anderson will have to go down on the starting blocks on the restart. 37 seconds to go here in the second. Anderson right back up to his feet. Looking for wrist control, gets good hip separation. He'll get the 1 point for the escape. It is 5-2 now. Mitchum in on a leg. Anderson trying to fight it off as he hammers on the head a little bit there, trying to go through the legs to get a leg of his own. And Mitchum's going to put him down onto the mat and get the 3-point takedown. I know the official was holding up 2, but it's 3 for the takedown.
Yep, changed that last year, I believe.
And the second period comes to a close. So we will head to the third. And Anderson goes down to start the third. It is 8-3. Now the official goes over to the scorer's table, asking about the score, and I know he held up 2 fingers, so I'm sure he's asking why does that have 8 up there instead of a, I don't know what he's asking actually, but the score is right in my book, 8-3. Anderson going down to start the third period here. As we are at 1:39, I believe. And he's just going to let him up before we even do anything, so it's going to be 8-4. As we get going here in the third. Again, Mitchum, a nice double leg there as he looks to score the 3-point takedown, and he has it. And that'll make it 11-4. Gonna probably see him let him up. There he is, another shot, another takedown. And that'll give him a major decision. 15-5, I believe. A minute 25 to go here. And Anderson scores a relevant church reversal there, making it interesting.
Yeah.
Still a major decision here. See if he can do something here. Mitchum locks in on a leg there. And they go out of bounds with Anderson still in control. A minute to go here in the third. Mitchum clinging to a major decision here as Anderson's come to life here a little bit in the later parts of this third period. Chops that near arm down, trying to get that leg worked in. Able to get it in this time, but Mitchum crawls his way forward. He's going to spin into him, and right back up to their feet and out of bounds. Anderson stays right with him. Doesn't lose control. And Mitchum back down on the starting block in the down position on the restart. 48 seconds to go. Anderson trying to get that leg worked in. 40 seconds to go here. Gets that leg worked in. Trying to get the spladle in. Still with that leg control. Mitchum turning into him. Trying to get that back exposed. Anderson still with leg control. 20 seconds to go. Anderson still clinging to that leg. 15 seconds. Anderson working into him still with that leg. Mitchum fighting hard to get out and get on top. This one's going to come to a close. Mitchum's going to get the victory. It's going to be a major decision, and that will be 4 points for the Bears.
Their first mat win of the day. Non-forfeit win, I guess.
At 152 for Union City, J.J. Jansen.
I know they announced 152, but we got 145 first.
Jeremiah Johnson.
I don't see how you can do that. They got to go back to 145.
Yeah, you're skipping one there, buddy.
Key announcer getting a little excited here. Match.
At 145 for Union City, we have no entry.
Now we're getting there.
At 145 for Corey, Aiden Beckernick.
Beckerink comes out for the Beavers for match 7. And it's going to be a forfeit by Union City. So that'll give 6 points to the Beavers at 145. And then we will move up to match number 8.
At 152.
Now 152.
J.J. Jansen. At 152 for Corey, Jeremiah Johnson.
So we got Jeremiah Johnson. Jack, if you want to take it just for a second or two.
Sure thing. And bit of a false start or something. Here we go.
Jansen it is.
What was that? Were you talking to me?
Jansen, yes.
Yeah.
Gerald Jansen.
Johnson trying to get around. Got the head, let him up. Fighting in a tie. Jansen takes a shot, gets blocked.
They both break clean and back at the Munns Merch center of the mat. Good job there of just sprawling a little bit, deflecting that shot. It's not able to get the corner. Now he gets a reshot, goes to a double, and will settle in behind with a nice three-point takedown. Jeremiah Johnson takes the lead, works a half in as he looks to finish this one off quickly here. Just a minute to go here in the first.
This might be it, Dewey.
And there it is, a Bracken Funeral Home pin for Jeremiah Johnson. And the Beavers storm on with yet another victory here today.
Wasted no time on that.
As we will move up to match number 9. Should be weight class 160.
So, Cooper Hodak taking on,
Lorelei Wegmiller.
Yeah, well, that. Wagmiller. Ty Cooper takes a shot. Got blocked. Spins her over. Going for a quick pin is Cooper. He's got her on her back, and there it is.
And it's over before I even had a chance to get the typing in there. And the Beavers sailing away here 36-15 in the team score as we move up to 172 weight class.
Yeah, well, a lot like last year, the Beavers' strongest weights are the higher up ones, so I think our pin parade is well underway. Lamech Albers versus Braylon Wakesley, I think he said. Still in neutral here and a bit of a tie. A little bit of hand fighting going on. Lamech takes a shot. And he was blocked back up to their feet.
Well, the Beavers have a different look about them this year, Jack, as we're moving along here.
Lamech took another shot. He's got the leg. Now he's looking for control.
He'll get the three-point takedown as they're close to the out of bounds.
Caught him just before he could get out.
And that's not Lamech, that's Mursky. Lamech's still warming up behind the Corry bench.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Devin Mursky out there for the Beavers.
Oh, nice.
The announcer had it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get that corrected right away.
And before you can even do that, Dewey, it's over as Mursky just got the pin. Sorry about that, Devin. We're all the way up here and going off of the announcer.
Well, we'll lock that up. 42-15 is your score here as we will move up to weight class 189.
At 189 for Union City, Zach Tom Show.
It's going to be Zach Tom Show for
Landon Nickerson.
That's Lamech Albers.
Yeah, I was going
out
to say,
there.
now this is Lamech.
Uh-huh. So let's get that taken care of right away here. Beavers rearranging the weight class just a little bit there.
I should have figured that too. I knew from Cooper that those weights were going to be shuffled around a little bit. Anyway, Albers has himself a takedown.
And I believe I got it right. Here's Zachary Tom Show taking on Lamech Albers. Albers out in front with a takedown and has them stacked up here close to the out of bounds. And another Bracken Funeral Home pin as the Beavers roll on.
Like I said, Dewey, pin parade.
2 bouts to go here, Jack.
At 2:15 for Union City, Hunter Michael. Bad boy Brody Nickerson.
Well, this is going to be the last match wrestled. Hunter Michael coming out for the Bears. And he's taking on Landon Nickerson. .215 underway here. Landon in on a head and arm out front, looking to get that into a takedown here. Working close to the out of bounds. Both wrestlers back up to their feet. Has a leg, works him back in, puts him over to his back. Just for that head and arm, and there's no near fall points. And I don't even think they awarded a takedown. No, nothing.
Wow, I can understand no near fall. I thought that looked like a takedown to me.
Looked like he had control, had him over onto his back, just not long enough. But the thing, continuous wrestling there, they just popped right back up to their feet and didn't have anything long enough for control there as they go out of bounds. Landon comes right back in. Landon continued to work on getting that single leg. Michael fights him off. 45 seconds to go here in the first. Both wrestlers taking a peek at the clock. Michael shoots in on a double leg. And Landon gets him broke down and gets in behind, gets a 3-point takedown, 30 seconds to go.
There's your takedown. Trying to get him flipped over. Ooh. Almost got some count there.
Landon working, trying to bundle that arm underneath. As he'll work his way out front just a little bit. Michael gets into a referee's position trying to fight that off. 5 seconds to go here in the first. Landon out in front 3-0. Both guys up to their feet. Landon stays with them and doesn't give up the escape. We'll head to the second period with Landon out in front 3-0. And we will start neutral here. Both guys working on their feet here, tying up at the Munns Merch center of the mat. Hunter shoots in on a single leg. Landon tucks the head in, trying to keep him down onto the mat, get that corner. Still working with that leg. Has him flattened out, but hasn't had the corner. And now he'll settle in behind with another 3-point takedown. Landon in front now 6-0. He'll get that arm out into the hammerlock. 1:20 to go here in the second. Trying to work that arm bar in and does. Wrist control on the far side, finally gets it. And he'll take the stroll around out front ever so slowly. As he'll try to get Hunter rolled over. The hammerlock comes out. Under a minute to go here in the second. Landon right back with that arm control, puts it in the hammerlock position. As he'll look to get the arm bar in. 45 seconds to go here in the second. Still plenty of time for Landon to get the Bracken Funeral Home pin here. As he'll work with wrist control on the far side. Still with that hammerlock in. As he'll look to stack him up. 30 seconds to go. Gets him flipped. Sinking in his position tighter and tighter. Little in the high position here. As Landon works with the wrist control on the near side, and he gets the Bracken Funeral Home pin with 16 seconds to go.
Long time to fight off your back there, Dewey.
And that'll move us up to heavyweight. 285, and there's no entry for the Bears at that weight class. And it'll be Owen Nickerson for the Beavers. And correct me if I'm wrong here, Jack, but I believe your final is going to be 60-15.
No, that sounds right to me.
As Owen will come out and get his arm raised, and that will do it here for the team duel. As the Beavers rather easily roll through the Bears here on their home mat.
Would it be 16?
All right, at this time we're going to be transitioning.
They have it up on the scoreboard as 15, so that's what I went with.
Oh, okay. How many forfeits did they have? 2? Or did we have, Corey?
I think we had 2.
2.
Because it was 12-12.
Yeah, and then
they had a major decision that was 4, so it should be 16.
Yeah, it should be, yeah.
You are right.
Aha!
You are right, Jack. I did have it correct. So, looks like we might have a couple of exhibition bouts here. And then we'll take a short break and come back with the middle school action in just a little bit. So a JV match here or 2, I believe, as we're just coming up on 2 o'clock, Jack. So got the whole duel done within an hour.
Yeah. way under an hour because it got started pretty late.
So a fun atmosphere here in Union City, but still it ain't the same as being in the Beaver Dam.
No, yeah. But also, you know, when it's the Beaver Dam and you're winning, I mean, you're home, so the crowd's a lot more into it. Here, there wasn't a whole lot for them to cheer for.
Well, you're going to have Lorelei Wegmiller coming out for the Bears as she sits at the scorer's table. And it looks like trying to see who that is for the Beavers coming out. Might be Aiden Beckerink. No announcements from the scores table or the PIAA announcer. Not saying it would be correct anyways. But I do know that is Lorelei Wegmiller out here for the Bears. Just because I can't verify, we're just going to reset the scores here. Your final here in the varsity duel is 60-16 in favor of the Beavers.
Quick takedown there for, I think, Beckerink. Looking to flip her over. Still fighting off her back. Close to the out of bounds. And there it is. Back into the middle. She'll go down.
Well, Jack, I just did get a note here for junior high. As it looks like we're going to have about 14 matches in junior high once we get to it, but we're still finishing up the JV action here. Beaver out in front here. Wegmiller trying to fight off her back. Getting stretched out a little bit here on a near side cradle. Referee holding 3 near fall points, going to make it 6-0 in favor of the Beaver in this JV match. Beckerink defers to the third, and Wegmiller is going to take neutral to start the second. And Wegmiller's going to take some injury time.
Yeah, I was just about to say injury time, I think.
I don't know why you don't see that in other sports. You might see it a little bit in football. Just physical exertion is all I can really come down to, Jack. It's a very trying and demanding sport here. You push yourself to the utmost limit of things. And, you know, sometimes, too, wrestlers try to eat right after they weigh in, and that might have a little something to do with it, too. Your body just decides that you're going to try and use your energy and your efforts to fight, or you're going to use it to digest food, and they decide, well, we're going to get rid of the food. Oh, Wegmiller recollects herself as she gets ready to go. She'll have about 40 seconds left of injury time as we get back to action here.
You're absolutely right, though. I know Cooper likes to enjoy a Subway sub after he weighs in.
Blake Beckerink in with a half on the near side. Wegmiller fights it off as he'll try to get the hammer lock or wrist control on the far side. Wegmiller does a good job of keeping her hands out in front of her. Trying to roll those wrists through and get one of them freed up. The official tell him to wrestle through, wrestle on. Continuing to work. Minute 20 to go here in the second.
Seniors, please report to your 7th period class.
As they're starting to dismiss the student body here.
Yep.
As the seniors were just asked to report to their 7th period class. And the wrestlers pay no mind. They just keep on working out on the mat.
Yep. Tough for the students. I'm sure they were thinking they were done, but when the meet goes so quick, might as well send them back.
Well, they got buses to get to and get home, so
yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a little bit of a break here in between the varsity duel and the middle school action. As Beckerink finally gets her rolled over there. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Wegmiller fights right back over to her belly. Beckerink is going to have a full four count near fall points. He'll settle in behind as he takes a 10-0 lead here. 12 seconds to go here in the second. Has that arm bundled underneath still. Continuing to work with it, but a second period is going to come to a close with Beckerink out in front, 10-0. I'm sorry, that was just period one, Jack.
Yeah, we had a little bit of time for the injury time.
I thought it was the second period, but I guess not. And at the start of the second period here, Coach Proper came up and told his wrestler, "You're going down to start the second period." No deciding nothing. Oh, it is period 3. I was right, Jack. I doubt myself. Beckerink had choice. He's going to score a relevant church reversal right off the whistle, and he's right back on top, working hard.
And that would be why Proper told him, "You're going down."
As the arms bundle together, gets Beckerink or Wegmiller flat on her back here with the arms bundled together.
Yep.
And it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin.
There was no getting out of that, Dewey.
So good action there for some JV work. As the rest of the student body arises, and it's like the parting of the Red Sea here. Just a mob of adolescents running down the stands.
The stampede from the Lion King.
Our box cash unit just came alive, Jack.
What do you know?
Just took a long time for it to get connected. I think it had something to do with the timing of the day.
Yeah, seems like it. Timing of the day, or maybe what's going on with the weather out there.
Into match number 2 here.
Of our little exhibition rounds.
Another JV match here. Guys just circling in the middle here. Shot on a leg here, fighting it off in a stand-up position. Taking a stab at the weight class here, Jack. It looks like maybe 160. 152, I was close. Gerald Jansen getting a second bout here. I believe I have no idea who this is for the Beavers. A tall, lanky feller. Might be Aiden Beckerink. I'm not exactly certain. No announcement from the PIAA announcer as to who these guys are, so we'll just go with Corry and Union City.
Yeah.
As this first period is coming to a close, Corry player gets the three-point takedown. Less than 20 seconds to go here in the first. Wrestling coaches are awful secretive about who they have out on the mat. I don't know why. We try to give the kids credit where credit is due. First period comes to a close. Beaver out in front 3-0. Union City will have choice. And he's going to take neutral to start the second.
And I think we got more injury time, do we?
Yep. Probably one thing about wrestling that I just don't really care for. Can't really do much about it.
I was going to say, would you rather them do it in the middle of the mat?
No. I don't want to have to sit and watch them clean it up and all that. So do what we can here. So at some point here, Jack, we're going to have
there he comes.
Middle school as Jansen comes back into the Munns Merch center of the mat. As they'll get the injury time, Corey Manor injury time to stop and get the match time back up on the clock. Well, later on tonight in the West Gym, or East or West Gym? West Gym.
Yeah, West.
The Lady Beavers taking on the Lancers at 7 o'clock for their first home duel of the year, coming off of a very decisive victory against Hickory in their first duel of the year. So Beavers looking to push it to 2-0.
Yeah, very good start for the Lady Beavers, coming up with that big road win in Hickory.
And we'll be back to our home amenities, so we won't have any issues with internet. We won't have any issues with space or anything like that, so we should be in good shape. As the Lady Beavers taking on the Lancers at 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have that coverage for you. Trying to get that corner, finally does get the three-point takedown, pushes lead to 6-0. With a half in on the near side, we're rolling them over. And gets the Bracken Funeral Home pin. So the Beavers JV squad doing well here today, Jack, as that's two matches and two victories, both via the Bracken Funeral Home pin. And we have another one lined up. And it looks like a little bit lighter weight here, maybe 145. Maybe 139. Both guys working into it here, trying to get control in the middle of the ring. Nice shot there. Nice fighting off there with the underhook worked in, but gives up the three-point takedown. Back up to his feet, trying to stay up there, get the wrist broken. He gets his hips separated, gets the 1 point for the escape. And Jack, I'm far enough removed from the wrestling team, I have no idea who we have out here. I think this is Joshua Mitchum for the Bears. And he was at weight class 139. And for the Beavers, I think this might be Caden Doubt, but I'm not positive. Mitchum, I believe, got the takedown again to make it 6-1. He's going to get some near fall points as he kind of caught Doubt on his back there. 4 near fall points, going to make it 10-1. As he'll go, Mitchum will go with a half in on the near side. Doubt up to one knee, back up to one, back to his feet. Mitchum returns him to the mat. But Doubt works right back up to his referee's position. 25 seconds to go here in the first. A lot of scoring in the first period of this one. Doubt trying to work up to his referee's position to get back up to his feet. Mitchum keeping him right down on the mat. 12 seconds to go here in the first. Trips him over his ankle right back down to the mat. This first period is going to come to a close with the Bear out in front 10-1. And it looks like we're going to have at least one more match after this one, Jack. As I see a couple more wrestlers in behind their benches getting ready to go here.
Yeah, a lot of, as we saw at the beginning, a lot of weights had a ton of people at them. Some holes, but then other weights had like as many as 5 entries.
Well, giving these guys some live action. It's one thing to go up against your teammate in practice all the time. It's another thing to have a live opponent out on the mat in a hostile environment to get your blood pumping and to get some time working on your technique.
Yeah. You know, the students cleared out, but there's still quite a crowd here in this gym. Or at least some of the students cleared out. I don't.
Could it be some of it is elementary kids?
Maybe.
Well, we got a minute and a half to go here in the second period. Jensen out in front. He'll score a relevant church reversal. Gets a half worked in, gets his opponent flipped over, and he's going to get some more near fall points. If this is 4, it could be a tech fall. Trying to fight off, not give up the pin. The referee oh so close to slapping the mat. Mitchum thinking, what do I got to do to get a pin?
Yeah, right.
And there it is.
There it is.
He got it.
I was going to say, I'm not really sure what else has to change here.
Well, you got to have the guy get exposed to the mat for 2 seconds. 2 counts. 1,
must have
2. And
must have had his arm up enough.
had it up just enough for a 1.5 count or whatever. So finally got the 2 swipe and got the Bracken Funeral Home pin. Oh, I believe this is McElroy coming out for the Bears. Aviana?
Yeah.
And I believe this is Devin Way for the Beavers. As we continue to wrap up the exhibition matches here. Way working right in. Trying to get that collar tie worked off in on a single leg, dumps her down onto the mat, settles in behind and goes to work on top, leading 3-0. Quickly gets the side cradle worked in, stacks her up, and it's over. 22 seconds into the match, done.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that during the dual proper.
Well, we got another one lined up here.
Oh my goodness.
For all the forfeits that we had during the varsity match, we've got a lot of JV action going on.
Yeah. Which again, I guess happens when so many kids have or share weights.
Well, going forward, the Beavers are going to have some holes in the lineup. They're going to have to find a way to get filled up.
Yeah, for sure.
Not vie for a region title with giving up as many weight classes as they did here today.
But I'm sure they've got plans to deal with that.
I'm sure they do. I did notice one guy that wasn't in the lineup today, and I see he didn't even weigh in, so I don't know if he's injured, is sick, or what, but a very prominent wrestler here. As didn't get to see him here. It was one I was looking forward to this year.
Yeah, must just be out of school today.
Something. Bears going to get the takedown here. A minute and a half left to go, first period. This might be Zachary Tomshow. Looks to be about the right weight class. And the right weight. Although the Beavers don't have another guy at that weight class there, so I don't know who this is.
Well, he got an escape.
They have it scored 4-2. And it's the first period, so unless they give the Beaver another couple more points for a takedown, unless they scored a relevant church reversal and then gave up the escape, that would account for the score being 4-2. Oh, he got caught there, right to his back. Reverse half worked in, and that's nice and tight. This could be trouble.
Yeah.
And there it is. A Bracken Funeral Home pin just kind of caught him there. And make no mistake about it, he sunk it in tight quickly, and it's over.
Yeah. Dewey, were there always cheerleaders up there? Or did
where?
they just get here?
Cheerleaders in the left-hand corner.
Yeah.
I believe they were always there, Jack.
Oh, okay. I guess I only just now heard them.
Well, hey, that'll wrap things up here for the first varsity action. And due to some of the troubles that we had with the internet, we're going to wrap this show up here and take a little bit of a break and wait for the junior high match to get ready to go. And then Jack and I will be back on board to bring you that coverage as soon as it gets started. So we will get into our – I just would like to talk about some of our sponsors, give them a big thank you for being on our list here this year. We have the J.H. Napa Auto Parts, K&E Surveyors, the Corry Redevelopment Authority, and these are all weight class sponsors. Lifted Health, UTEX Body Shop, Corry Community Foundation, Sawyer Builders, Rossbecker Insurance Group, Kearney and Ruth Law Office, the Harvest Community Church, Crossroads Fellowship, Lecom Corry Memorial Hospital, and Vern's Garage. And trying to see if I forgot anybody. I don't believe so, but thank you again to all those weight class sponsors. I didn't get to mention you during the duel, but it's one of those things where wrestling can kind of fly by in a hurry, especially with all the forfeits that we had here today. So that'll wrap up the varsity action here. Beavers victorious, as we will await for junior high stuff to get settled and get things going with that. So for Jack Hasbrook, I'm Dewey Hurd. Stay tuned in here. I'm just going to put the slideshow up for a little bit, and then we'll be back with the middle school action when it gets going.
The following presentation is a Deej Experience production and may not be recorded, rebroadcasted, or retransmitted without the express written permission of Deej Experience LLC. For more information, visit us online at www.deejexperience.com.
Well, welcome back in here to the Deej Experience Sports Stream. I'm Dewey Hurd with Jack Hasbrook here as we get ready for some middle school action here, Jack. As I tell you what, we just got done with the varsity duel, and we had a plethora of forfeits in that one. Beavers rolled up to a massive 60-16 victory. As there was a lot of forfeits, a lot of bracket funeral home pins in that match, and coming into some junior high action, we got 14 matches for you on the schedule. 7 of them will be scored. I believe 7 of them will not. As typically once they get to the halfway point and get to the point where the guys are starting to get double matches in, they don't count the second match towards the team points. So as they get ready to get this junior high match going, what impresses me the most about the junior high program coming into today, Jack, take a look down there at the Corry bench.
Yeah,
that is huge.
It's absolutely huge. I was talking to Coach Proper for a season preview a couple weeks ago, and he told me, he said that they have more kids coming up through the program right now than they've ever had before, and clearly that's true.
That is impressive. As just a quick stab at the count there, you're probably looking at over 20 kids on the roster this year. So great competition amongst the middle school program to come out here and be in full force. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some freshmen on the middle school team. They've got a couple of newcomers to the sport, and they've decided to keep them at the middle school level just to kind of get them acclimated to the sport. And to get them up to speed, to get them some good quality mat time. So captains will come out onto the center of the rink, get the ceremonial coin toss taken care of, as I'll try to keep things up to date as much as we can. I'm not even going to try to attempt to get the names out there, but we'll try to keep the score up on the screen and keep the guys announced out there as best we can. As captains will come out here. And the only captain that I really recognize out there is Cole Proper on the near side for the Beavers there, Jack. Unless for some reason you have a view of it. So Beavers win the coin toss. They will have choice in sending out the opponent first or second. As we are ever so close to getting this middle school action underway. At the middle school level, the periods are a minute and a half as opposed to 2 at the varsity level. So getting these youngsters revved up to get into the varsity ranks. And leading things off, I believe it'll be Cole Proper taking on Jace Coate.
Sixth grade, please report to your sixth period classroom. Sixth period classroom.
So again, they continue to dismiss the student bodies here. So they will get things shoot out of the gym here with as little chaos as possible. So we are ready to get the Fox Family Insurance opening match for for junior high going here. Cole Proper out here against Chase Coate. Proper right off the whistle with a shot. In on a double leg, and he'll get the 3-point takedown to take a 3-0 lead. Working a little bit out front. He's going to cut him loose. It's 3-1. Right back to neutral here. As they work and squared off with one another. Proper in on a shot, powers through, and gets another 3-point takedown. Makes it 6-1. Looking to dig that arm out, goes with a half. Has them stacked up with wrist control on the near side. Gets them flipped all the way over. Still with wrist control. And he'll get the armbar in on the near side. As Cole will settle in behind, go back to work on top here. Now he's going to step out front, trying to get around that corner, and finally does. Got to find a way to get his butt down onto that mat, sit through it, and does. That's good and tight there. Coat trying to fight off of his back. 15 seconds to go.
That's a long time to fight off the back, Dewey. And there it is.
The Bracken Funeral Home pin with 10 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, not only was he fighting off his back, but he was in an incredibly awkward position doing it. I didn't see an escape route there.
So that will give the Beavers 6 points and a good start to the match here. Pay no mind to the match and the weight class there as we're up to the second match. Sam Johnson taking up Rianne Moore as we're underway here. Moore circling to her left. Gets in on a collar tie. Johnson passes her by, but she squares up rather quickly. Not giving anything up here as we roll up on a minute to go here in the first period. Again, Moore puts a collar tie in. Johnson staying with it. Not letting her get around the corner. Stays nice and square to her. Both wrestlers staying square to one another as they dance around the middle of the ring there. Moore in on a single leg. Johnson fighting it off as he tries to tuck the head underneath. Trying to get that leg back. Moore keeps pushing in on it. He needs to circle through and try to get around that corner to get that three-point takedown. And he will settle in with a three-point takedown and leads 3-0 now. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Sam working on top now. Has that arm bundled underneath. And just as I say that, Rianne gets it worked out. And the period comes to a close before Johnson's able to get her flipped over. 3-0 after one. Johnson defers to the third. And Rianne's going to take neutral to start the second. And Jack, the gym got awful quiet with no no student body left.
Yeah, now they're all gone.
Johnson in on a single leg. Dumps her down onto the mat. Gets another three-point takedown to take a 6-0 lead. Early parts of the second period here. He'll step through the leg. Trying to get her flipped over. Go with a near side cradle. Trying to push that head into the knee to get it locked up. A minute to go here in the second. Continuing to work it forward. Trying to get those hands locked together. Rianne doing a good job of keeping spread out. Not giving up that cradle. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Johnson going to have to go to something different here. As Rianne wins that battle, stays stretched out now. 30 seconds to go here in the second. Johnson going to work on top. Here goes right back to that far side cradle. Just can't seem to get it locked in. 15 seconds to go here. As he'll step through the legs again. And Rianne does a good job of just bellying down and not giving anything up here. 4 seconds to go here in the second. Oh, and Johnson nearly had that half sunk in deep, but the period comes to a close before he's able to get her to her back. Johnson to take down to start the third. Moore to cover on top. Johnson quickly up to his feet, looking to break wrist control, gets those hips out, and he'll get the 1 point for the escape. It's 7-0. Back to neutral here. Johnson in on a leg, as he needs to circle towards it and stand back up with it. There he'll get around that corner as he stays with the leg and settles in behind with another 3-point takedown to make it a 10-0 lead. Second match of 14 matches scheduled here for junior high. As he rolls her over. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Now he goes with a reverse half in, sunk in deep and teed off. That's a tight position to get out of with 30 seconds to go here in the third period. Rianne doing a good job of keeping those shoulders twisted up. She's going to give up some near fall points, but she's not giving up the pin. Sam's got to get her flattened out just a tick more. He's a little high. Needs to settle back in, chest on chest. And Rianne's going to get out of it. She doesn't give up the pin. She's going to give up four near fall points. Not enough for a tech fall. So just a major decision. And that will give the Beavers 4 more points on the team score.
Good start here to this middle school bout.
I give the wrong points, Jack. Shame on me. So bout 3 is Rennie Kuzma taking on Wade Sterling. And Sterling gets an early 3-point takedown here to get the Bears on the board. And he lets them up, makes it 3-1. Right back to a single leg. Catches Kuzma, and he'll get another 3-point takedown to make it 6-1. See if he goes to work on top now, as he'll get that 2-on-1 worked on underneath there. Comes to the near side with that arm bundled underneath. Kuzma grabbing a leg there. And he works with a crossface series, looking for the far side cradle. Sterling looking to lock it up. Kuzma does a good job of fighting it off. Kuzma not shy about physical contact, as I remember him from earlier this year in football, as he laid the boom on a few players throughout the season. But Sterling working with that 2-on-1 underneath there. Has that bundled underneath nice and tight. 10 seconds to go here in the first. Sterling out in front, 6-1. Kuzma up to his base. And that's all the further he gets as the first period comes to a close, with Sterling out in front, 6-1. Sterling has choice. He'll go down immediately to start period number 2. Kuzma to cover on top. Quickly off the restart, Sterling gets great hip separation. He'll get the 1 point for the escape, makes it 7-1. And he's right in on a takedown here to make it 10-1 as he's looking for the near side cradle. Kuzma stretching out, not giving up the cradle. And he'll scooch out of it and get another escape, makes it 10-2. Sterling still with a major decision on the board. A minute to go here in period 2. And another 3-point takedown for Sterling makes it 13-2. Right back to work with that 2-on-1 underneath. Rolls him over. And he'll be scoring some near fall points here. I don't think he's good enough for a pinning combination in that tilt, but 4 near fall points makes it 17-2. And that's a tech fall.
Yeah.
They let him wrestle through. Nope, they're going to stop it. That is a tech fall. They should stop it.
I was going to say, I've never seen him wrestle after a tech fall like that. But
they will if they have a pinning combination, but I was thinking to myself, that's not a pinning combination.
Right, yeah,
so
yeah.
They should be stopping that. So a tech fall will get Union City on the board. (17-2) makes it a 10-5 match as we're going to have Toph Hatley come out here for the Beavers, take it on Liam Silka. Right off the whistle into a whizzer as Hatley will put him right down onto his back.
This could be over quick, Dewey.
So that's a 3-point takedown right off the whistle just about with just a whizzer. And he's nice and tight, chest on chest there.
Ooh.
Silka tries to roll through the other way, and Hatley stays right with him. Now he'll put a half in to try to get him flattened back out onto the mat. Just under a minute to go here in the first period as he has a near side cradle kind of locked up. He needs to step him over, but that's kind of locked up good and tight.
Yeah.
Silka fighting valiantly to get off of it, but can't. Goes to reverse half as Hatley's all over him. Just can't seem to get one pinning combination to work. 32 seconds to go here in the first. As Hatley will step over once again. Just I'd like to see him get those arms tied up just a little bit. 4 near fall points for Hatley will make it 7-0. Fisher was holding those near fall points for quite some time.
Yeah.
As Silka has an arm bundled underneath. Trying to get free out front to get back up to his base, but Hatley's just been keeping him down on the mat. Has those arms bundled together. Got a 1 count as the period comes to a close. As Hatley will take a 7-0 lead to the second period. Hatley's going to take down to start period 2. This is the halfway point of the scoring of the matches here. And we have a caution on the Union City Bears. He was a little bit over the top on the elbow. Hatley up to his feet. Silka keeps a leg, dumps him back down onto the mat. Hatley trying to roll through. Kind of working with a Merkel there. But you got to get Silka rolled over there. Silka still with control on a leg.
Yeah, as the say guy got that leg free.
Hatley a little high here. I'd like to see him just get in behind and get that relevant church reversal and go to work.
I agree.
But he's trying to work with that Merkel. And Silka, still with that leg control, is going to maintain control. And they blow it dead on a stalemate. And Hatley's going to have to go down on the restart. Silka covers. Hatley, good pressure back, hips heist, or gets hip separation and gets the escape. It's 8-0. Working with the underhooks in now. And just powers him right down onto the mat with the underhooks right to his back. And that's a little tight here.
Yeah.
And there's the Bracken Funeral Home pin. 26 seconds to go in the second.
Beavers get themselves back on the scoreboard.
And that'll bring up Robert Cummings taking on Ryland Sterling. A couple of tall guys here coming out. Minute 30 on the clock as we get going here. Cummings and Sterling Sterling kind of just pulls Cummings right on top of him, and he gets a reverse half and a arm in there as he tees off. That's nice and tight.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough to get out of. And
you're
Cummings with a pin in the first period, 20 seconds into the match. And that'll move us on to Connor Kent taking on Keegan Kunick. As they shake hands and get things going right off the whistle. Kent into a collar tie. Very aggressive off that whistle. Gets them down onto the mat as they'll look to get in behind the corner. Gets the three-point takedown, a reverse half worked in with wrist control there. He needs to settle back in behind and go back to work with that hammerlock worked in there. No down pressure as he wrestles from his knees here. Get up on them toes, keep that chest put down in the middle of the back to keep pressure on your opponent. As he works underneath the arm, trying to flatten him back out. Kunick reaching back. Kent finally gets his leg freed up as he goes to work on top. Trying to get him flipped over. We're the crossface series out front now. Trying to bump that arm forward. As he has that arm bundled out front. 20 seconds to go here in the first. As he's looking for a half on the near side, nothing there. Kunick back up to his base. Connor trying to flatten him out. Gets him back down onto his hip. 7 seconds to go. First period comes to a close with Kent out in front 3-0. Kent defers to the third. And Keegan's going to take top to start the second. Connor settles in on the starting block. Kunick covers. Kent partially up to a stand-up. Up to one knee. Gets both feet underneath them. Kunick gets him back down onto the mat. Kent needing to stretch out from the bottom here. Pressure back with those shoulders. As Kunick does a good pressure forward, trying to flatten him out onto the mat. A minute to go here in the second. Connor up to his feet. He'll get the 1 point for the escape. It's 4-0. Both guys trying to get the inside collar tie. Neither one able to get it. As Connor continues to push forward. Half shot there by Kent. Kunick didn't really press the issue there, kind of just shoved him back and let him readjust. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Kunick kind of turned his back on Kent there. Nearly got taken down there from the backside. As they work back into the middle, 6 seconds to go. And Kunick called for stalling here. We'll head to the third period with Connor out in front 4-0. He has choice, and his corner's telling him to go down to start the third. And we get going here. Kunick with pressure forward gets Kent down onto the mat. Kent back up to his base. Kunick with good pressure forward, keeping him down there. Kent trying to pressure back. Kunick again. Gets him down onto the mat. Kent trying to get back up to his base. A minute to go here in the third. Koenig flattens him out once again. The referee telling him you got to keep wrestling. Keep working.
Yeah,
45 seconds to go here in the third. Koenig still looking for some points.
Yeah, I don't want to get a stalling call.
Koenig's already had one stalling call. Kent trying to get up off the bottom. Finally gets back up to his base. 25 seconds to go. Get that wrist control, pass it over. He's up to his feet. Got to pressure back here. 15 seconds to go. Five seconds to go now. 2 seconds. And Kent is going to get the decision 4-0. And that will make it 25-5. As we have the last scoring match of the junior high match here, it'll be Miles Clark taking on Keith Steinbaugh. So the last scoring match of the middle school duel is right here. Miles Clark taking on Keith Steinbaugh. Both guys trying to get the better of each other here. Clark waiting in the middle. Steinbaugh waiting for Clark to engage. As both guys trying to get that collar tie worked in and neither one able to get it. A minute to go. First period. Not a lot of lateral movement here by either wrestler. As they both try to get that collar tie in. Now Steinbaugh in on a single leg. Clark kind of catches him as he comes in. And he'll try to dump him down to the mat and settle in behind. And Clark will get the three-point takedown. He'll wrestle from in front. Going to work on top. Clark trying to keep him down on the mat. Steinbaugh just runs away from him, gets the 1 point for the escape. It's 3-1. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Steinbaugh on a leg. Clark gets in behind him. As he'll try to settle in behind and get another three-point takedown, and does. It's 6-1 in favor of Clark. And that's how the first period comes to a close. Steinbaugh has choice. And it looks like Steinbaugh defers to the third. Clark will have choice, and Clark will take down to start period two. Clark will settle in on the starting blocks. Steinbaugh covers. Clark quickly up to his feet, looking to break that wrist control. Steinbaugh spins him back down to the mat. Clark up to one knee. Steinbaugh flips him back over to the mat. Trying to work a half in. Clark at his base. And he'll back up. As Steinbaugh tries to get him back down on the leg with a two-leg takedown to maintain control. Clark in his referee's position, under a minute to go here in the second. Steinbaugh with a half worked in. Clark looking to get into his stand-up. Finally gets that half worked off. Up to one foot leg and the second leg, and he'll get the escape. 7-1. Back to neutral here as both guys kind of sizing each other up like the beginning of the first period. Steinbaugh shoots in from way far away, And Clark just lets him come in and pushes him down onto the mat, settles in behind with another 3-point takedown. 10-1.
Major decision.
Major decision on the board, Mr. Hasbrook. And we have 10 seconds to go here in period number 2. Steinball pushing back into him as they get close to going out of bounds, and they do. And Clark still maintains control. That was a good idea by Steinball to kind of use back pressure to back into him, but they were too close to the out of bounds. And we got 3 seconds to go here in period number 2. I think Steinball asked for some injury time as he's a little winded here. As the wrestlers will go to their corners. His coach takes the opportunity to retie his shoelace for him. And this is something that the wrestlers have got to learn to get taken care of before they even step out onto the mat.
Shoelaces.
You've got to have your laces taken care of so that they are tied up nice and tight and put away so that you don't get hit for a stalling call during your match. So they finally get that shoe taken care of. And it looks like Steinbach is ready to get back into action here as they will cut the injury time. As we will get ready for the start of period number 2. I thought Clark was going to go down on the restart.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, that was because that was the end of the first period. It wasn't the start of the second. My confusion there. My apologies.
Wasn't that the second period?
Yes, it was the second period. So here's the start of the third. Clark down on the...
Tried to get up, but immediately got taken back down.
Looking for the half on the near side. Clark looking to get up to his feet. Steinbach spins him around. Keeps him down on the mat. Clark needs to continue to work up off the bottom. As he just kind of spinning around in that referee's position. There he's got wrist control. Now you got to pass it over. Steinbach trying to get that wrist back, trying to get it into a 2-on-1. Clark just lets the wrist go. We got 44 seconds to go here in the third. Steinbach was getting out front there as Clark just kind of gets up to his feet and Steinbach slips off of him. And he'll get the 1 point for the escape, making it 11-1. Clark takes a look at the scoreboard, see what kind of time he's got left, 20 seconds. Steinbach again shoots in from way far away. Clark saw him coming, but Steinbach stays with that double leg, and Clark just snats him down to the mat, gets in behind for another 3-point takedown. It's 14-1, and that's how this one's going to come to a close, Jack. Major decision, 14-1. And that'll be 4 more points to make the final 29-5. And now we're back over to the lighter weights, as it's going to be Alex Hellier coming out to take on Chase Coate. Coate dropped to the first match of the night to Cole Proper, got pinned. As we get ready to go here. As they get things going, Alex and Coate going after it here. Coate in on a double leg. Hellier blocks it nicely. Tucks the head underneath. Coate rolls through. And now Alex is on a double leg, and he'll get the 2 or 3 point takedown. I'm still getting used to that, Jack. For so many years it was 2 points, and they switched it up on me to 3. I kind of liked it better the other way, but to no avail. It's not Dewey's world for everything. But Coach gets the escape, makes it 3-1. Hellier again on a single leg, dumps him down onto the mat. A nifty little move there. Gets another 3 point takedown to make it 6-1. Coit with some good fight, but Hellier gets him rolled over. Keeps control with the leg worked in. I don't think he got the. Oh, now he gets the reverse half worked in. Just a 1 count, though. Not enough. There we go. 1, 2. He'll get some near fall points here as Coat fights it off. And he'll go to a regular half here, trying to keep him pinned. And there it is. Another first period Bracken Funeral Home pin for the Beavers. On to bout number 9. This should be Grace Cummings coming out here for the Beavers, as she'll take on Rianne Moore. Moore dropped her first decision, a major decision against Sam Johnson, all the way back at the second match of this duel. As we get ready to go here, Grace Cummings taking on Rianne Moore. And we'll be seeing this later on tonight, Jack.
Yeah, we will.
Lady Beavers taking on the Lancers in varsity action later on tonight, 7 o'clock in the West Gym.
Yes, sir.
Neither young lady able to get the advantage of the other one so far in this match, as we're down to a minute to go in the first period. Both wrestlers staying square in front of each other. Grace looking for a leg, nothing there. I thought Moore wrestled very well against Sam Johnson, but gave up the major decision. Didn't give up the pin, as Sam had her compromised a couple of times, and she's just able to keep those hips turned and the shoulders off the mat. Both wrestlers looking for the opening takedown here. 25 seconds to go, first period, in a scoreless match. .15 seconds to go. Grace gets her down onto the mat. Moore hangs out on a leg. Cummings will try and settle in behind. 5 seconds to go. Got to get that leg freed up. Moore still on the leg, and time expires in the first period before Grace can get the takedown. Moore with choice. She'll defer to the third period. Cummings will go down to start period number 2. And now we have a Corey Manor injury time. And there's an issue with her laces, so she's going to have to take injury time here to get the laces taken care of. So once again, Jack,
yeah, I was just about to say, there it is
a well-learned
again,
lesson here at the middle school level. You've got to have those laces secured before you come out, and I'm surprised that it took the official this long to notice it. You would think he would notice it right off the get-go, but got to get those laces tucked away.
Yeah.
And have them secured. And she's having to use injury time here.
Yeah, they're giving Rain a point, it looks like.
Yeah, stalling point. I don't know what the issue is, but the coaches are, boy, those laces are long. They look like they're a foot long each. Looks like they're lacing them through an eyelet, too. That wasn't, maybe that's what it was. She didn't have them laced up correctly.
Yeah,
I don't know. But anyways.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. I've never seen it called before.
Yeah, that's new.
But that'll give the Bears the 1-0 lead here on equipment violation. Coaches get it taken care of, get them laced back up, tied up. And Grace is going to have to go down on the start of period number 2. And she was almost out of injury time, Jack. So if she had ran out of injury time, they'd have to go into blood time. But Cummings right up to her feet, gets the escape, and we have a tie match at 1 apiece. Going back to work at it. Trying to get that collar tie into something. Dumps her down onto the mat, settles in behind. Grace will score a 3-point takedown to make it 4-1. They didn't give Grace a 1 point for the escape, just a 3-point takedown on the board right now. So hopefully they get that corrected, and they do. 4-1 in favor of Cummings. 50 seconds to go here in the second. Good pressure forward as Grace keeps her down onto the mat. Moore trying to get back up to her base. Coming up on 30 seconds to go here in the second. After a scoreless first period, we've seen some points here in the second. As Grace trying to lock up that far side cradle. And Moore did a good job of fighting that off in the first match of the night. Down to 15 seconds to go here in the second. Grace continuing to push forward and keep constant pressure down on Moore. Moore back up to her base here, but the period's going to come to a close before she can get out. And we'll head to the third period with Cummins leading 4-1. Moore has choice. Moore takes neutral to start the third. Cummings takes the long way around to the starting block. She'll step in. Right back into a collar tie here. Moore a takedown away from tying this match up. Cummings a takedown away from taking major control of this match. Grace dumps her down onto the mat with a single leg. As she'll look to cover in behind, trying to bundle the arms together. She'll get the 3-point takedown to take a 7-1 lead. I don't think she ever really got in behind. She just got her down onto the mat and got good control.
Yeah.
With that bundle out front. Moore pushing back now. Trying to get on a double leg, switches to a single. And she's running out of time here, Jack.
Yeah.
30 seconds to go here in the third, trailing 7-1. Moore hanging out on a leg here. Got to find a way to get that pulled in, and it slips out of her hands. And Grace settles in behind again, going to work on top. 15 seconds to go now. Trying to get that near side cradle locked up. Moore doing a good job of stretching out and not giving it up. And it looks like Grace is going to get the victory here, 7-1, regular decision.
Another win there for the Beavs.
And we're up to bout number 10. Fanton Forspring coming out for the Beavers. He'll take on Wade Sterling. Sterling got the tech fall in his earlier match against Remy Kuzma. And these guys look like they mean business. Hand fighting with some authority.
Yeah.
Sterling on a single leg. Forspring sprawling hard to get out of it, and does as they go to work out front. Forspring trying to get around the corner here. Sterling keeping tight watch on that elbow. As Forspring will step around the corner and get the 3-point takedown. And he goes to work on top now, looking for that crossface series. Nearly had him flipped over there. Has the arms bundled together out front. gets him rolled over, and keeps those arms tightly bundled together. And if Sterling able to roll over, he'll give up 4 near fall points and trail 7-0. As Forspring goes back to work on top, looking for the far side cradle there. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Sterling captures the arm, passes it over, trying to get it worked into an escape. Forspring tucks the head down. Sterling works back up to his base here. This first period's going to come to a close with Forspring out in front, 7-0.
We'll be seeing some other Foresprings wrestle here.
Yes, Farah and
Finley.
Are they sisters?
I think so. I'd imagine they're all siblings, right? They all start with F.
I know Forspring has a lot of kids. Andy does.
It makes sense, right? Farah, Finley, Fenton, they all start with F.
Yeah.
That's got to be a deliberate pattern.
You would think. Oh, nice little cross under there. Sterling unable to hit anything with it. Forspring gets the escape here in the second period to make it 8-0. So we're neutral here. As Sterling trying to fight underneath and get a takedown, but Fenton doing a good job of keeping him down on the mat. 45 seconds to go here in the second. Fenton looking to dump him over and get another 3-point takedown to push it into a further major decision here. And finally gets the 3-point takedown as he wears him out and just gets that corner as he looks to grind some coffee here. Gets that arm bar in on the near side. 20 seconds to go here in the second. Wrist control on the far side as Forsprings will dance around the outside, get him flipped over, trying to keep wrist control on that far side. And he'll get a full set of near fall points here. 5 seconds to go here in the second. Second period comes to a close. 4 more near fall points. That'll make it 15-0. That's a tech fall.
Yep.
On to bout number 11. Devin Osterkamp coming out for the Beavers, taking on Liam Silka. Silka got pinned in his first match against Toph Hatley. See what Devin can do here. I thought Silka wrestled well. And he comes right out here with a 3-point takedown right into a half. Gets him flipped over. Keeping that half, working underneath the arm. He'll settle back in behind. Good work by Osterkamp not to go to his back. As he looks to square up out front. Silka looking for the near side cradle. Didn't get it locked up. He'll have to settle in behind and go to work on top. 50 seconds to go here in the first. Silka out in front, 3-0. Jack, I'm kind of curious as to what the weather's doing outside there as Osterkamp gets the escape, makes it 3-1. 30 seconds to go here, first period. As we don't have any views to the outside here. It was snowing, heavy, wet snow when I got here.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's doing what it's been doing all day.
Just shortly after noon. Silka with a nice single leg. He'll dump it into a double and get another 3-point takedown here to make it 6-1. 15 seconds to go in the first period. Silka with a half, gets him rolled over. And it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin for Silka. 4 seconds to go in the second.
Moving right along.
Yeah, bout number 12. Ben Van Gilder taking on Ryland Sterling. Ryland got pinned by Robert Cummings in a whopping 22 seconds. Both guys using reverse pressure in the middle of the match. They're just kind of pirouetting in the middle of the mat. Shoots in, Ryland does on a single leg. As he looks to dump it into a double, they go out of bounds, but Ryland gets the takedown. He'll lead 3-0. And he works him back into the middle of the ring. Still with that single leg. Puts him back down onto the mat. Looking for the half. Still with a half in there. Trying to get Van Gilder rolled over. Ben's able to belly down. Doesn't give up any near fall points. As Ryland Sterling goes back to work on top here, looking for the near side cradle. Has it locked up. Stacks them up good and tight. And gets the pin with 15 seconds to go in the first period.
And with that, we've got 2 more to go.
2 more to go. Noah Stover coming out for the Beavers. He'll take on Keegan Kunick. Keegan Kunick lost by decision 4-0 to Connor Kent in his first match. See what Stover can do here. Both guys looking to get wrist control. Both guys looking for a collar tie, and neither one wanting to give it up. Continuing to struggle in the middle of the mat. Trying to impose their will on one another as they circle around that inner circle, known as Munn's Merch, middle of the mat. And now we're going to have an official timeout. And the official's saying you guys got to quit pushing each other away. you got to find a way to get wrist control and get into contact. It's not just a match of who can push one another around. You got to get in there and get some control and get after it here. Right back into it here. As they look to get underneath those collar ties and underhooks to get a takedown. 25 seconds to go here, first period. And Kuhn is going to get called for stalling, I would think, because he continues to back up. Stover in on a leg, settles in behind. He'll get the 3-point takedown. 5 seconds to go in the first. Stover looking to keep him down on the mat. As this first period is going to come to a close, Stover out in front, 3-0. Kunick defers to the third. Noah's going to take down to start period 2. Right off the whistle. Keegan keeps him down onto the mat. Noah looking to get up off the bottom there. Kunick puts a half in, trying to roll him over, and does. Stover right up to a seated position as he tries to fight off that near fall circumstance. Kunick rolls him right back down onto the mat. Kunick getting near fall points. Stover got to get up to his base, tries to roll through. And Kunick's going to get the second period pin. So that's 3 matches in a row the Beavers have lost, all by the Bracken Funeral Home pin. That'll bring us to our last match of the night. Sanjay Jones taking on Keith Steinbaugh. Steinbaugh lost to Miles Clark in a major decision, 14-1 in his first match of the day. Right into a head and arm for Jones. Puts him down onto the mat. Needs a circle towards the head. And it's a Bracken Funeral Home pin. 15 seconds into the match.
Yep. Seeing a lot of that tonight.
That will do it for the middle school duel here, Jack. Closing thoughts here as the Beavers rattle on to a 29-5 victory here in middle school action.
Yeah, you know, some real nice things to see. A couple quick pins there from some guys. You know, I'd say the future's pretty bright.
Yeah, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're pushing 30 kids on the middle school roster. That's just phenomenal to see. And the Beavers have always had a great middle school program, a great wrestling program in general, but to see that many kids coming out, that's just awesome to see. The quality and quantity of wrestlers coming up through the ranks to get to the varsity level. Hopefully they stick with it and push their way up to that varsity level. So that will wrap things up here from Union City. We're going to have a little bit of a break, another venue to get to, and we'll have to you'll have to look us up on another link, as we'll have a separate link for the girls tonight at 7 o'clock over in the West Gym. So for Jack Hasbrook, I'm Dewey Hurd. Thanks for tuning us in. Until we meet again, we're going to say God bless and good night.